name is James Shockley. I'm a driver operator with Tulalip Bay Fire Department. I've been with the fire department for 5 years now. So I'm in Harborview's Medic 1 paramedic training in the city of Seattle, accompanied with Harborview Medical Center and UW Medicine. So I'm trained to be a Medic 1 paramedic, and that'll be taking skills that I've learned down here for the last year, running medic calls in the city of Seattle. So it's an arduous training. The program's a year long. Starts out with anatomy and physiology, didactics, and then we all respond down here in September, late September, where we're actually hands-on. Very first week, we're riding in the back of medic units. We're working in the emergency department, starting IVs, and working on practical skills that we'll actually be using in the field as paramedics responding on medic units.
Back in 2017, when I first came to Tulalip Fire, the Board of Commissioners and myself, we sat down and we developed a 5-year plan, and we established what the needs were of our community. And paramedic services were one of the major needs that we saw. We brought in an EMS chief, that's Chief Reinhardt, our chief of all of our EMS operations. He's also a certified paramedic, and he started building our ALS, or our paramedic program.
James is down here actually completing his advanced life support paramedic training through the University of Washington and the Harborview Medical Center. Probably one of the most vaunted, respected programs in the country, if not in the world. And it's just a tremendous opportunity for James to be down here to get this level of education, particularly in a busy urban environment where you're going to see a whole lot of sick and injured people.
James Shockley, he's our first paramedic student from Tulalip Fire to go through Harborview's program. Prior to us having our own paramedics and us sending folks to paramedic school, we were relying on the service coming out of Marysville. Sometimes could lead to 18 or 20-minute response times for us to get a paramedic out to our calls. So this shortens our response time from anywhere to 4 to 6 minutes, and we have somebody immediately available and ready to respond to these ALS emergencies.
Medic 1 is a hands-on environment. It's a baptism by fire, if you will. So as soon as they can, they get you on the rigs working. They'll start with some of the more basic skills, but the skills that you need to be really good at.
Hey guys, how we doing? What do we got?
Person down, unresponsive, pulseless. You have not provided any shocks.
Okay. No shocks on board?
No shocks on board.
Okay. How long have we been doing CPR?
The first week, they're teaching you how to start IVs, and within a few weeks, you're out in the field starting IVs on real patients. You're working with those patients, doing patient assessments and interviews, and then making the decision whether or not that patient is coming ALS or BLS and transporting that patient into the hospital. So it starts with your basic skills, patient contacts, patient assessments, learning more in depth the medicine that we use in the field and the interventions that we use as well. When we're down here, we're running on multiple medic units, everything from the north end of the city up in the University District to the south end in Rainier Valley, and everything downtown as well. So the call volume, the frequency of calls, and the severity of calls, I think, is probably a lot more heightened compared to back at Tulalip, where we do have a smaller run number. I think the repetition is the biggest thing. The more calls that you run, the better you're going to get at seeing those higher acuity calls, and you're also going to be better at making decisions fast and treating fast.
Ultimately, the Tulalip tribes, the sport through the CARES funding, that really facilitated this kind of training. You know, we have never had a firefighter leave for another agency, and they really enjoy treating this community. And the training that James is going to be bringing back from Seattle is going to be staying on the reservation.
Just been an absolute honor. I feel very fortunate that I'm the first paramedic that Tulalip Bay Fire Department has sent through. It's opened up the doors for us to send more folks in the future.
Why do you do this type of work?
It might seem cliche. I know a lot of the answers come across is because I started out wanting to help people. I got into the fire service because I wanted to be a service to my community. And that's absolutely true. That's why I'm still here today. But if you ask me just point blank why I wanted to do the paramedic training and become a paramedic, it was to do the most good I could.
After this, we're still bagging good. We got good end tidal. Okay, ready? Hold CPR. I've got no pulses. That looks like torsades to me. We're gonna go ahead and shock that. Everybody clear? Shock. Back on CPR.